We are USM Ultima Tax Sendirian Berhad, and today we would like to present the tax payable details for our client Olivia. Olivia Kok is a 52-year-old Malaysian tax resident who worked for our trust bank. She was remarried and having a separate assessment from her spouse. Her first child, Harry Tan, is currently studying at university. The second child, Gabriel Dan, having a disability due to her leg impairment. Income and benefit from employment included monthly salary of 10,000 ringgit, bonus pay, monthly entertainment allowance of 400 ringgit, monthly parking allowance 200 ringgit, 300 ringgit Sunshine Central gift voucher, 3,000 ringgit personal debit for working purpose, and 800 cost of her medical and dental treatment. Our trust bank also provided Olivia with a 4,000 smartphone and cover 1,200 in phone bills. Next benefit are local and overseas leave passage. Then, Olivia was provided with Honda HR-V valued at 90,000 ringgit along with fuel covered by her employer. Additionally, employer rented fully furnished accommodation at 3,500 ringgit. Lastly, Olivia's employer provided hotel accommodation for corporate conference.
My name is Peng Sosuan. I will now give a presentation on other income and payment. Olivia earned for other income. First, 700 ringgit in interest income obtained from fixed deposit. Second, net rental income of 60,000 ringgit from an investment property in Thailand which transferred to Malaysia. Next, 25,000 ringgit of royalty from activities work and monthly alimony payment of 3,000 ringgit from a former spouse. There are several payments made by Olivia, EPF contribution and monthly social contribution by the employer and herself. Olivia also paid for annual salary of her maid, which reimbursed by her employer. Next, she has contributed unapproved retirement fund while working. After leaving the bank, she received 80,000 ringgit, consists of her employer contributions, her own contributions, and interest earned. Additionally, Olivia was compensated 150,000 ringgit for loss of employment and 40,000 ringgit as part of restrictive covenant agreement. She also paid 1,000 ringgit for her father's full medical examination. Olivia current educational expense for her first child. She also spent 1,500 ringgit on the installation of EV charging facilities. Next, Olivia incurred educational expense for her second disabled child. She also spent 1,500 ringgit on photography programs and 500 ringgit for her gym membership fees. Last but not least, Olivia spent 800 ringgit on dental treatment.
Now, I would like to present the tax computation for Olivia Core regarding income tax payable for the year assessment 2024. Under Section 31A, the monthly salary received by Ms. Olivia is RM 10,000 and therefore annual salary for the year assessment 2024 is RM 120,000. The whole amount would be taxable under Section 31A. Besides, the bonus of RM 10,000 also would be assessed to tax under Section 31A as the bonus is paid in addition to the salary. The entertainment allowance totaling RM 4,800 also will be assessed on the gross amount under Section 31A as this is paid by the employer Ever Trust Bank to the employee, Ms. Olivia. Next, the parking allowance paid by the employer is exempted under Section 31A. The IM 300 gift voucher would not be taxable as it was received as a birthday present instead of in the ordinary course of employment. The IM 3000 personal tablet provided for working purpose is exempted as it does not exceed the threshold of exemption, which is IM 5000. Contribution to EPF and social, whether made by the employer or employee, are exempted from tax. The payment of 20,400 annual salary of a maid, which the employer reimbursed, will be taxable under Section 31A. Overall, the taxable amount under Section 31A is IM 155,200. Furthermore, under Section 31B, medical and dental treatment provided by the employer will be exempted. The smartphone and phone bills provided and registered under the employer names are also exempted under this section. The two local leave packages along with meals and accommodation will be exempted. However, the overseas leave packages will be exempted only up to IM 3000. The excess IM 2000 will be taxable and there is no exemption for the meals and accommodation overseas. In this case, the prescribed method has been used to calculate the tax for motor vehicle. The taxable car and fuel benefit under Section 31B will be IM 3600 and IM 1200 respectively, as the cost of the car is IM 90,000 and less than 5 years. Likewise, the prescribed value method has been used to determine the benefits of household furnishing. The amount taxable under Section 31B will be IM 280 per month or IM 3,360 per year, as Ms. Olivia was provided with accommodation which is fully furnished. The total taxable amount under Section 31B is IM 14,160. The value of living accommodation will be determined by the defined value or 30% of the employee gross income under Section 31A, whichever is lower. In this case, a defined value of 36,000 will be taxable under Section 31C as it is lower. The value of hotel accommodation was calculated by taking 3% of the gross income under Section 31A, and it will be reduced on a time basis if the accommodation is provided for less than 12 months. Thus, the value of benefit is IM 388. The total taxable amount under Section 31C is IM 36,388. A total of IM 50,000 contributions made by the employer to the unapproved fund and IM 10,000 interest earned by such unapproved fund would be taxable under Section 131D. The amount contributed by Ms. Oliva is capital in nature and will not be taxed. The total amount taxable under Section 131D is IM 60,000.
Additionally, Olivia was compensated 150,000 ringgit for loss of employment after 16 years of service, and also 40,000 ringgit as a part of the restrictive covenant agreement. This will be recorded under Section 31E. As she had completed 16 years of service, she would get an exemption of total 160,000 ringgit with 10,000 ringgit per year. The total income under Section 31E would be 30,000 ringgit. After adding up all the employment income from Section 31A to Section 31E, the total gross employment income, adjusted or statutory income would be 295,748 ringgit. The 700 ringgit interest income would be recorded under Section 4C. However, it was exempted according to paragraph 35 of Schedule 6. Therefore, there was no total amount for Section 4C. Next, the rental income and royalty income would be recorded under Section 4D. However, the rental income is exempted as it was a foreign income, while the royalty income has an exemption of 10,000 ringgit according to the paragraph 32, exemption of artistic work. The total income under Section 4D would be 15,000 ringgit. In addition, Olivia also received alimony from her former spouse, with 3,000 ringgit per month and total of 36,000 ringgit recorded under Section 4E. After totaling up all the other income from Section 4C to Section 4E, the aggregate or total income would be 346,748 ringgit. There are 10 personal relief for Olivia. First would be the self-relief of 9,000 ringgit. Next, the EPF and SOCSO were recorded at the maximum amount of relief, which were 4,000 ringgit and 350 ringgit respectively. The fourth and fifth would be the child relief. The first child who is studying full-time degree at university would have a 8,000 ringgit relief for Olivia, and the second child, which was disabled, would have a 6,000 ringgit relief for Olivia. The sixth one is the self-skill enhancement course with the amount of 1,500 ringgit of relief, following by complete medical examination for our parents with the maximum amount of relief, which is 1,000 ringgit. The eighth one would be the expenses related to EV charging facilities with 1,500 ringgit of relief for Olivia. The ninth relief is related to the gymnasium membership fee, which is 500 ringgit. The last one would be the relief related to the dental examination or treatment, which is 800 ringgit. The personal relief would be 32,650 ringgit. Deducting the personal relief from the total income, the chargeable income would be 314,098 ringgit. According to the chargeable income, the first 250,000 ringgit would be taxed for 46,900 ringgit, and the next amount of 64,098 ringgit would be taxed at a rate of 25%, which is 16,024 ringgit 50 cent. The total tax payable for Olivia would be 62,924 ringgit and 50 cent.
Okay, now we'll be moving on to part C, that is the tax planning. Before that, a taxpayer has a responsibility to comply with the Income Tax Act of 1967 in Malaysia, which helps the taxpayer to have effective tax planning. Firstly, our client Miss Olivia would be advised to stay under separate assessment because the relief amounting of 9,000 could be claimed. Her annual salary consists of bonus and several allowances received from Evertrust Bank. These allowances cover travelling and entertainment. Miss Olivia is advised to reduce her entertainment expenses by eating home-cooked meals and shopping from wholesale shops, as it is cheaper and is a taxable prerequisite according to Section 131A. Next, the client also had a leave passage overseas where exemption could be given at maximum RM 3,000 for a leave passage. Thus, the client is advised to reduce the expenses on meals and accommodation and ticket of airfare when travelling overseas. Fortunately, Miss Olivia would be exempted as the leave passage was within Malaysia, where it is limited to 3 times and food with accommodation would be also exempted. She is advised to maximize her expenses for the local leave passage to increase her family travelling experience, like pre-ordering more expensive and tasty meals before a local flight. Under Section 131E, the client had claimed for exemptions from compensation loss on employment amounted to RM 150,000 for a total period of 16 years. The condition is that the client must work in a complete year of service where RM 10,000 is given every year. Hence, Miss Olivia should do a medical checkup to check her health status. If she has ill health, she can get full exemption from compensation laws, which will reduce her tax payable. Moreover, Miss Olivia has received some amounts that are regarded as non-business income, like royalty income earned from her artistic work and alimony payments from her former spouse. Thus, it is advisable for the client to publicize her work in arts and endeavour in literacy for it to be recognised by Dewan Bahasa and Pustaka if she has the talent for it, as she could claim additional RM10,000 exemption under Section 4D, Para 32B. In respect to lifestyle reliefs, Miss Olivia is able to spend another RM1,000 for her electric vehicle charging facility under Section 46(1)V. In conjunction with that, she is also encouraged to invest more on her health by upgrading her gym membership with a maximum of RM1,000 under Section 46(1)U. Meanwhile, she is advised to take up more programs that promote self-improvement and skill enhancement that are recognized by the government, where the maximum is RM7,000 under Section 46(1)F. In regard to dental treatment, Miss Olivia can spend an additional RM200 to fully utilize the relief, where the maximum is RM1,000 under Section 46(1)G. More importantly, the client can gain extra income by charging higher rental rates to her tenants in Thailand. This is true because Malaysian tax residents will be exempted from tax in the event of receiving foreign income, where it is effective until 31st December 2026. To add more, Miss Olivia should deposit more money into CIMB Bank because the interest she will receive would be exempted from her tax payable under Section 4C and Para 33 Schedule 6. Lastly, under Section 31C, the client could ask for a better hotel room where the price is higher because it will only be charged 3% on the gross employment income regardless of the room price rate.